Blocks are the next level of structure in the ConvertPages builder beneath sections. Each page you create contains one or more sections, which contain blocks and groups, which contain elements. The ConvertPages builder is structured in this way to allow for maximum design flexibility while still maintaining the structure necessary for efficient and organized page building. When you add any element to your page, it will come inside of a block, and each block has its own highly customizable settings, some with more options than others. You can see this structure at the top of the side panel. Below the builder hierarchy, your first option in block settings is your standard background controls, with the options to save up to 24 of your own custom colors and create multiple palettes for quick and organized branded color selections for you and for your clients to utilize in any funnel you create inside of ConvertPages. You can also make the background an image or video using the image or video options below, which will take you to the ConvertPages image modal, where you can either upload your own image or select from our large library of free images using Pixabay. Under the General tab, you will see the options for autofit and content alignment. Autofit controls whether the block you've selected automatically sizes based upon the content inside the block. When autofit is turned off, you can then manually resize the block in any direction and choose the content alignment to adjust the content inside of the block to your desired alignment. The general settings flow nicely into the Container tab, where you can add pre-designed levels of padding to your blocks and create a maximum content width to ensure your designs do not scale beyond what you intend on different display sizes. The responsive setting allows you to toggle several options for your blocks. The three options for hide on desktop, hide on tablet, and hide on mobile all toggle the visibility of your selected block on whichever display size you would like. For instance, if you have an image you would like only to display on mobile but not on desktop, you would select hide on desktop and continue to make your adjustments on mobile or tablet views. Disable Auto Adjust on mobile is one way you can utilize the builder's freeform capabilities within the mobile block framework. Something to note here is there are multiple ways you can accomplish a similar effect in the builder. In many instances, utilizing grouping would have a similar effect as disabling Auto Adjust on mobile. If you want to learn more about scaling your pages in mobile, watch the video Mobile Scaling inside of the Builder Basics menu in Onboarding. By default, Allow Overlap is turned on. This setting will allow you to create layered designs like the one you see here by placing elements over one another. If Allow Overlap is turned off, the builder will automatically separate your blocks so that they do not overlap one another. This can be good for maintaining spacing in certain cases, but is defaulted on to give a true drag and drop feel to the elements that you add to your pages and funnels. Under the Adjust tab, you have several targeted design tools that unlock high levels of customization not found in other page builders. Toggling Shape allows you to stretch and transform any block into a vector-shaped graphic for creating depth and 3D effects on your blocks, or for expanding shapes to custom dimensions to fit your exact design. Next, you have several Photoshop-like image adjustments, including transparency, grayscale, hue rotate, and blur. Using combinations of these different adjustments give you many different ways to create the pages and funnels you want to see without relying heavily on outside design tools. Next, something that you will not find in a design tool is the custom scroll animation option. From this window, you can create your own custom page animations in seconds without any coding whatsoever. Simply select your block's starting position and choose Get, and your block's ending position and choose Get. From here, you can also set how the animation enters in, whether immediate or delayed, and your end timing for when the block is in its full end position, either early, moderate, or late. Once your changes are set, you can choose Save and Test, and as long as you have multiple sections on your page, you can preview how your custom scroll animation will look to your page visitors. In addition to image adjustments for looks, you can also set ConvertPages to launch custom actions based off of what a user clicks or what they hover their cursor over. The options for on-click animations allow you to open up a lightbox image or video. You can also link to a YouTube video as well as link to any external URL. Page actions based on hover are preset options that allow for a nice level of customization when a visitor places their cursor over a block on your page. These can be useful for differentiating and highlighting information displayed graphically, as well as creating reveals that add a dynamic feel to your pages. Next, under block settings are the layering options. These buttons allow you to send your blocks to the front or back of your designs so that you can create visually engaging and deep graphics for your pages. To navigate through your layers, from sections to blocks to elements, you can use the navigation buttons on the bottom of the side panel. Finally, next to the layering buttons are the options to duplicate your blocks and delete them. There's so much you can do with just block settings alone, but that is only part of the customization options available inside of ConvertPages. Next, we will go into the advanced settings for blocks, where you will find the rest of the highly customizable design tools inside of ConvertPages. Inside of advanced settings, the first tab you will see automatically open is the General tab. Similarly to the Container tab inside of block settings, this allows you to modify your block's padding and margin, but on a more custom level. Here you can add padding and margin to your blocks to perfectly align your content on every breakpoint using pixels, percentages, and more. Next, we have Dimension, which as you can see changes dynamically when you use the builder's freeform capabilities. But if you'd like to set fixed dimensions for any block, you can choose to do so using the options available in the dropdowns here. Choosing between pixels, EMs, viewport width, viewport height, and percentage to accommodate for most of all design scenarios and preferences. You can also set your block's maximum and minimum widths with the same selection of available units to ensure your pages look the way you want them to on multiple displays and breakpoints. In background, you can change the color of your block's background by default, just like you can in block settings. You have the option to select a hover background color for your blocks, as well as change the duration of the transition between standard and hover background colors. And of course, any undesired changes can be erased using the eraser button in each part of the builder settings. Another customization option in advanced settings is block border adjustments. The first option available here is border color. Then you can adjust the border width and the border radius. As changes are applied to the border width, I can choose which sides I'd like my changes to apply to using the square frame above. On the next tab over, you also have the options to change the hover color for the border you've just customized to give your blocks a more dynamic look and feel for your visitors. Adding a shadow to your blocks is made very simple by our pre-designed options, which you can choose from on the side panel. Apply any to your block, and if you would like to unapply any changes, you can use the eraser button at the top right. The next advanced setting is adding a gradient background to your block. You can customize which colors you'd like and choose the direction you'd like the gradient to flow in, or you can choose one of our pre-designed options for quick customization of your block. Last but not least is our Reveal Animations option. Choose one of almost 30 pre-made animations that will cause your blocks, text, and graphics to stand out from the rest of your page. Once you've selected an option that looks best for you, you can modify the delay on scroll before the animation takes place and the duration of the animation. Layering multiple blocks with different delays can create some very dynamic looking graphics and sections that would be very difficult to accomplish without outside coding or a specific design tool. But in ConvertPages, all of these customizations make it simple for you to make high-converting pages and funnels while also maintaining flexibility and high-end design capabilities.